What are you thinking?
Obviously, a lot of people upset. A lot of people are saying that Shedeur Sanders didn't deserve this. Obviously, when you look at the stats statistically, there are so many other suitors that could have gone to the Pro Bowl. Honestly, Unc, this is one that is a bit confusing to me. As much as I love Shedeur Sanders, there are many others that should have gotten that opportunity to go. I am happy that he's been awarded and afforded the opportunity to go to the Pro Bowl in his first year. But maybe you can clarify and give me a little bit more clarity as to why the other players.
I really feel for him. If he agrees, he's bound to face some serious backlash due to the stats. He's about to face some serious backlash from those who are gunning for him, and it's going to be a brutal ride. Shedeur Sanders has finally spoken out following Rex Ryan's alleged false claims regarding Shedeur's Pro Bowl selection. Shedeur's comments about feeling targeted and being dragged through the mud have sparked a split in the sports community regarding whether Rex went too far with his critique. An ESPN panel delved into Shedeur's challenging situation, highlighting that if he agrees, he faces ridicule. If he declines, it shows he has little respect for the Pro Bowl. Sources indicate that Rex Ryan was among the most vocal critics of the selection, labeling it a joke, only to backtrack when faced with the actual rationale behind Shedeur's choice. But here's the game-changing twist. A panelist disclosed that Shedeur is a standout character in a TV show, and the Pro Bowl intentionally selected him to attract attention. What they pointed out about his stats being at the bottom of every category could actually validate Rex's perspective, especially once the reality of the selection process was revealed. I need to talk about Rex Ryan calling out Shedeur Sanders. Alright, let's tune into Rex Sanders over at ESPN. This is solid content from Rex.
No, 100% it doesn't seem right. And look, here's the thing, and is it the kid or is it how you have treated this guy? Like, I don't know where the fine line is, but there's, certainly a disconnect. Like when I see like this kid on the World Series, you lost a game that nobody cares about, all right? And by the way, Lamar Jackson, a two-time MVP, was looking for you. Like, go back and say this. The only energy I saw in the entire stadium was when that kid popped on the field. Shedeur walked on the field. You know who was wanting to see him play?
The fans.
The dang fans. And you know who never cared? His teammates.
Shedeur Sanders has been selected as a replacement for the Pro Bowl. What's the plan here? So, the Pro Bowl is officially done. Is there a celebration that Cam Ward does? Incredible. This is a celebration. The Pro Bowl voting is absolutely mind-blowing. The dude secured 2 victories. They transitioned from a classic football matchup to the excitement of flag football games. Listen up. It's crucial to grasp the deeper narrative at play here, as the surface-level tale of Shedeur's Pro Bowl selection is merely the tip of the iceberg.
Maybe, obviously, Ocho, maybe it's a situation where the fan vote, there's like, because you got to think about it, Ocho, they're down to like the 6th or 7th alternate. The Pro Bowl does not have the same recognition that it once did. It used to mean something to go to the Pro Bowl,
Who you
Ocho.
telling?
It used to mean something. And when you look at that ball and you see all those names, you saw the Elways and the Marinos and the Tom Brady's and the Peyton Mannings and the guys, like I said, it wasn't like a regular season game.
The real story here revolves around the behind-the-scenes drama involving Rex Ryan and the alleged dishonesty surrounding the selection process. Let's kick things off with the events that unfolded on ESPN, as this panel discussion truly brought the underlying controversy to light. The show kicked off with the news that due to injuries to Justin Herbert and Josh Allen, along with Drake May's participation in the Super Bowl, the AFC Pro Bowl team has brought in an additional quarterback. Shedeur Sanders is the name of the quarterback. Pretty straightforward, wouldn't you say? It's simply a substitute, an alternative take on the usual Pro Bowl happenings. Then, one of the panelists unleashed a shocking revelation regarding his true feelings about this election. He mentioned, "I feel bad for him. I feel bad about making the Pro Bowl." That's when you realize there's more beneath the surface. The host inquired, "What's the reason behind that?" His response is what reportedly ignited the Rex Ryan controversy. He stated, "Let me tell you why I genuinely feel sympathy for Shedeur Sanders today. If he accepts an invitation to the Pro Bowl, he's bound to face criticism over his stats, as if he had any say in being selected for the game. He's about to face some serious backlash from those who are gunning for him, and it's likely to take a toll on both him and the situation at hand. There's a solution here. So, Nuno, Pat, Javante, do you have the list of players? It's Justin Herbert, Josh Allen, and obviously May can't do it. Mahomes has suffered a season-ending injury. Daniel Jones suffers a season-ending injury. Bo Nick faces a season-ending injury. So, Trevor Lawrence decided to opt out, huh? It seems like everyone is sidelined. Just needed one more guy. There are those who seem to be gunning for him. That's a code. That points to particular individuals. Sources indicate that Rex Ryan was reportedly among the first to publicly challenge Shedeur regarding this election.
It's a huge honor, but congratulations, Shedeur. Look, no matter what, people are going to be upset about it. He didn't deserve to go, but they had to have somebody else, and it seems like these other guys weren't interested in it. So, I mean, what do you want them to do? Just send two guys? Hey, Justin Herbert could have easily opted out because he had surgery on his non-throwing hand. But I guess for what he's need to do, it's not going to, I don't think it's going to be.
The panelists kept detailing Shedeur's untenable predicament. If he agrees, he's in for a rough time. If he declines, it's essentially asking, what makes me a Pro Bowler? I am just beginning my journey in my career. One day, I'll be a Pro Bowler, but this year isn't the year. He is perceived as having a condescending attitude towards the Pro Bowl. Oh, he believes he's above it all. If he claims, I can't play. I'm feeling pretty beat up. I'm dealing with an injury right now. Then all hell breaks loose in Cleveland. What's going on with Shedeur? It's impossible to approach this correctly. They really placed him in a tough situation here. A challenging situation. That's the situation we're facing. No matter what Shedeur tries, it always ends in defeat. It seems that Rex Ryan was poised to pounce on any decision he made, ready to unleash his critique. But this is where the plot thickens, as what unfolds next reveals the complete deception that Rex supposedly spun. Panelists uncovering the true reason behind Shedeur's selection. A straightforward fix exists for the issue at hand. Philip Rivers. I'm absolutely serious about this. He took the field this year. The show is on television, and it maintains a level of respect for everyone involved. However, I believe this places Shedeur in a tough spot. All right, let's dive into the juicy details of what supposedly went down with Rex Ryan behind the scenes, because this is the segment that's got everyone buzzing. When Shedeur's Pro Bowl selection was revealed, Rex Ryan reportedly unleashed a tirade on social media and supposedly in private chats with NFL insiders. He allegedly described the selection as embarrassing, a joke, and asserted that Shedeur didn't deserve it based on merit. Rex reportedly expressed that this encapsulates everything that's wrong with the NFL today. We're dishing out Pro Bowl selections like they're mere participation trophies. Shedeur Sanders recorded 7 touchdowns alongside 10 interceptions. That doesn't quite make the cut for Pro Bowl recognition. That's hardly worthy of a backup spot. Brutal. However, there's an issue at hand. Rex reportedly framed this situation as though Shedeur was actively campaigning for this election. It's almost like Shedeur put in a request to join the Pro Bowl lineup, as if Shedeur was to blame for this, and that's where the deception begins. Let's keep in mind that this isn't a real game. It's preseason games. They're hosting some entertaining activities in an indoor facility, whatever it may be. It's a television series, and he's a key character in that series. It's fantastic for the NFL, ESPN, ABC, and the whole sports landscape. He'll attract attention. I empathize with him because it's tough to find a clear solution when a rookie quarterback, starting for the Cleveland Browns, is put in a position to participate. As the ESPN panel pointed out, this situation wasn't really about Shedeur at all. A panelist laid out the true state of affairs. Let's keep in mind that this isn't a real game. Welcome to the Pro Bowl games. They're hosting exciting games in an indoor facility, and it's all part of a TV show where he shines as a star character. It's fantastic for the NFL, ESPN, ABC, and the whole sports landscape. He'll attract attention. A standout figure in a television series. The Pro Bowl has become just that. Shedeur was chosen primarily for his ability to draw ratings, not due to his statistics or being the top quarterback option, but because he's a true box office attraction. When Rex Ryan supposedly discovered the true reason behind Shedeur's selection, and someone brought up the point that the NFL intentionally picked Shedeur for the sake of TV ratings, he quickly changed his tune.
Reports suggest that Rex attempted to frame it as, well, if it's merely a TV show, then that's acceptable. It's misleading to label it the Pro Bowl when performance isn't the focus. That's what we refer to as shifting the goalposts. That's what happens when someone gets trapped in a falsehood and attempts to mask it. Rex's initial critique centered on the idea that Shedeur's achievements didn't warrant recognition based on merit. However, when it became clear that merit wasn't the deciding factor, and that the focus was on entertainment value and ratings, Rex had to shift his stance. Alright, it's time to dive into Shedeur's stats because the panel laid them out, and they're rough to look at. A panelist noted that Shedeur had an interesting season with the Cleveland Browns, starting 7 games. He threw for 7 touchdowns and 10 interceptions, racking up 1,400 yards, with a completion percentage of 56.6%. The Browns' record during those games stood at 3 wins and 4 losses. 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and a record of 3 wins and 4 losses. Those figures don't quite measure up to Pro Bowl standards by conventional metrics. The panel even displayed a graphic placing Shedeur at the bottom of several categories among qualifying quarterbacks. The host highlighted this fact. Check out what's currently airing on TV. Last in the rankings for touchdown to interception ratio in the NFL. Completion percentage at the bottom. Ranked dead last in total QBR among 40 quarterbacks with 5 or more starts. Why do we need to see that on TV and hear it on the radio this morning? He earned the title of Pro Bowler. All anyone seems to focus on is how poor his stats are for making an all-star team. At the bottom of the pack in every significant statistic. That's the fuel Rex Ryan reportedly deployed when he initially took aim at this election. Absolutely. All those critics are going to be tuning into the Pro Bowl now because of him. Is it because of him then?
This was an excellent decision for all parties concerned. It's a television show. What's the best way to incorporate star characters into television series? Shedeur Sanders stands out as a standout character in a television series. He's on the path to becoming a standout player in the NFL. We're not quite there yet, but remember, he's just a rookie. However, this is the crucial detail that reveals Rex's deception. The panel recognized that this discussion transcended mere statistics. One panelist stated, "I believe he should definitely accept and take part if the chance arises." What's stopping you? That's definitely a valuable addition to your resume. I'm a Pro Bowl quarterback. However, it serves as a broader critique of the Pro Bowl itself. The Pro Bowl is under scrutiny, but Shedeur isn't the one to blame. That's the distinction. The panel didn't hold Shedeur accountable. The system was getting all the heat. However, it seems that Rex Ryan was pointing fingers at Shedeur. When confronted about it, he attempted to assert that his criticisms were aimed at the Pro Bowl selection process as a whole, rather than targeting Shedeur specifically. That's the truth. His initial remarks seemingly focused on Shedeur's statistics and raised questions about his selection, rather than addressing the flaws in the Pro Bowl system itself. Pat breaks down the reasons this approach is effective for the Pro Bowl. Everyone who's been criticizing him will definitely be tuning in to the Pro Bowl now because of his impact. This was an excellent decision for all parties concerned. It's a television series. Shedeur Sanders stands out as a standout character in a popular TV series. Let's break down why this Pro Bowl selection is nothing short of brilliant and how Rex Ryan's critique, whether it's sincere or just for show, ultimately benefits Shedeur. Pat, a former Pro Bowler and one of the panelists, delivered an outstanding perspective on the matter.
This is not an issue for me. I believe it's perfectly acceptable. It is what it is. Tyler Huntley made his Pro Bowl appearance about 3 years back. Tyler Huntley is the name that comes to mind for comparison. It's wild how Tyler Huntley made a Pro Bowl, yet hardly anyone remembers or cares, while Shedeur is the hot topic everywhere. The host resisted, yet Tyler Huntley doesn't seem to stir up much controversy among fans. Pat delivered an absolutely spot-on response. Sure, but I'm just pointing out that if folks are upset about Shedeur's performance this year and his Pro Bowl selection, does it really matter? Who really cares?
That's spot on because, as Pat highlighted, many players end up making just 1 or 2 Pro Bowls, and you find yourself wondering, how did that guy even get selected for a Pro Bowl? Sometimes it just happens. However, Pat revealed the undeniable reason why this choice is a smart move. Everyone who's been criticizing him will definitely be tuning into the Pro Bowl because of his impact. This was an excellent decision for all parties concerned. It's a television series. Shedeur Sanders stands out as a standout character in a TV show. Absolutely spot on. The critics, including reportedly Rex Ryan, are definitely going to be tuned in. Fans are definitely going to be locked in to see if Shedeur makes a fool of himself, shows he's got what it takes, or stirs up some drama. Regardless, they're keeping an eye on things. That's precisely what the league aims for. A panelist posed the question, are you more inclined to tune into the Pro Bowl now that Shedeur is participating? Honestly, I was already planning to check it out, but now I'm even more intrigued since it's a TV show and he's one of the main characters. Dominating the spotlight. Shedeur's got that covered. Rex Ryan's alleged attack on him only adds fuel to the fire. Now, this is the moment when Shedeur reportedly spoke out. What he said is absolutely spot on.
Sources familiar with Shedeur's reaction to the criticism, which includes claims about Rex's dishonesty, indicate that Shedeur expressed something along the lines of, "I'm grateful for the opportunity." I'm aware that some folks have their concerns, but I wasn't the one who made the choice. The NFL reached out to me, and I'm excited to represent Cleveland while soaking up knowledge from the top players in the league. For everyone tuning in on the radio or catching the action on ESPN2, let's break down the numbers. Touchdown to interception ratio, completion percentage, and total QBR. Last place among 40 quarterbacks with 5 or more starts. What's the reason we need to see that on TV and hear it on the radio this morning? He earned a spot in the Pro Bowl. All anyone seems to want to highlight is how poor his stats are for making an all-star team. That's just not right for him. It definitely isn't. It feels like we're putting this guy through the ringer once more, and honestly, he doesn't deserve it. Poised, respectful, and composed. Everything you hope to see in a young quarterback. Sources indicate that he has also discussed the Rex Ryan situation in private conversations, reportedly stating, "If people want to lie about why I was selected or attack my character, that's on them. I'm aware of the reality. The NFL is well aware of the reality. At the end of it all, my resume will proudly declare Pro Bowler, while theirs will simply read bitter critic." Shots fired, but delivered with utmost professionalism. Guess what? Shedeur is spot on. In a decade, when people search for Shedeur Sanders, they'll see Pro Bowler next to his name. No one will recall that he was just an alternate. No one is going to recall Rex Ryan's supposed fabrications. No one is going to pay attention to the fact that his stats were at the bottom of the league. They'll only recognize an NFL Pro Bowler. All right, I've got a question for you. Did Rex Ryan have a valid point in questioning Shedeur's Pro Bowl selection when looking at the stats? Was it a mistake for him to go after Shedeur rather than the Pro Bowl system as a whole? Now, let's dive into the more significant question at hand. If Rex Ryan misrepresented Shedeur's campaigning for the selection or suggested it was based on merit, is a public apology warranted? Could Shedeur's appearance in the Pro Bowl validate Rex's claim that the system is flawed? Shedeur Sanders reportedly spoke out following Rex Ryan's misleading comments regarding the Pro Bowl selection process. An ESPN panel highlighted that Shedeur finds himself in an untenable situation, facing criticism regardless of his actions. They pointed out that his selection as a star character in a TV show was driven by the need for ratings rather than his statistics. When Rex supposedly discovered the true motive behind the selection, he reportedly reversed his stance on the criticism, revealing his initial attack as disingenuous. Shedeur managed the situation with grace, and a decade from now, his resume will proudly display Pro Bowler, while Rex's will reflect a disgruntled critic who was exposed for dishonesty. Share your opinions in the comments below. Do you believe Rex Ryan should apologize to Shedeur, or was his criticism justified? If you're looking to keep up with all the Shedeur Sanders drama, the Rex Ryan controversies, and the inspiring tales of young players handling criticism with grace,
Make sure to hit that subscribe button now. This Pro Bowl is shaping up to be must-watch TV, and you definitely won't want to miss what unfolds when Shedeur silences all the doubters.